What's up everybody, my name's Trey and welcome to another video. And in this video, I'll actually be having a conversation with my boy Jared over at Phoenix Rizing. And basically, we're just gonna be talking about e-commerce, what it looks like to sell online, what are the best platforms, some of the pros and cons that kind of go with e-commerce. So if you're somebody that's new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified every time I post a video. And with that being said, let's get into it.
What's going on, guys? I got Trey here today, another awesome YouTuber. So thank you for coming on, Trey. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
So I just want to say thank you so much, Jared, for having me on the channel. But you know, I'm just a normal guy trying to make a ton of money out here. It seems like everybody online says how they make $1 million a month, and I'm just trying to get a little bit of the taste. But I mean, it kind of started like 10 years ago when I was about to go into college. A lot of my friends went into the School of Business. They would graduate and then they would go work for somebody pushing papers for the next 40 years of their life. And I was like, man, I don't want to go to college to learn how to enter in information into a computer and just like work for somebody being an assistant or being an accountant or doing whatever the case may be. I really wanted to grow something and run something that was mine, that I could sell, that I didn't have to wake up at 5 o'clock to beat traffic to get to a job and work there all day. So I kind of started in e-commerce, had a decent start with eBay dropshipping. We're doing about $600 a day or so in profit on eBay. Very short-lived though, but that's when everything was super easy when you were dropshipping. You could put up any product with any name on it and it basically flies off the racks. But eBay shut my account down in like 2 to 3 months. So very short-lived. I then moved over to Shopify dropshipping and ran a ton of Facebook ads, lost a lot of money, made a lot of money. But in total on Shopify, it basically netted even, or I might have lost a little bit, but the numbers looked really cool on paper. And I did that probably for 4 years. I thought it was, man, it has to be my ads. Oh, it had to be my product. Maybe my store was wrong. I paid automation systems to run the Shopify store for me, to run my ads for me. And it just never seemed like we were profitable enough for it to really make sense. And then COVID happened, which destroyed shipping times. All my customers were complaining. Items were getting refunded. Then I couldn't return them to the supplier. So it's just like we lost a ton of money. I ended up having to go back to work at actually Verizon, where I'm at now. So I sell cell phones, which not super glamorous, but they make a lot more money than I thought they did. So basically I was able to use that extra money to pour into e-commerce stores. I'm just got into Airbnb, been investing in crypto. I've been day trading in the stock market using bots that run on an equation. So just doing a ton of different things to try to figure out what actually works when it comes to making money online. Like I said, everybody says that they have the secret sauce, and if you do what they say, you'll be a millionaire. But it seems like there are thousands of different ways to make money. It's just the way that I want to make it in terms of what I feel has a difference when it comes to other people, and just something I enjoy doing, to be honest with you.
Nice. Yeah, and so I wanted to have you on here, one, to show like, hey, like, yeah, we're in the same niche, like we do the same thing, but there's so much opportunity for everyone to make money in the space
100%.
we're in. Like, it's not like, hey, I don't want to have anyone who's also doing what I'm doing on the channel, because, e-commerce is so big. It's so much bigger than people understand. Like, everything nowadays can be purchased online. So like, for example, Amazon Prime allows you to have shampoo shipped to your door within 2 days for free, right? Toothpaste, deodorant. And so like, why would anyone ever go to the store, right? A lot of people are still in the same mindset, or they just don't feel comfortable with it. But realistically, it doesn't even make sense at this point to go to the store.
Sure.
And so you and me are just able to profit off of that. And, as that market grows and as people realize they don't have to go to the store and buy their basic needs, e-commerce can only grow. It's not going to get any smaller. So.
Yeah, 100%. One of the things I've been kind of looking into, so I haven't figured out the ins and outs of, Facebook or Amazon or Etsy or anything like you have, because you've been doing it a lot longer than I have. But jumping into like metaverse, it seems like people are in the metaverse. They're still doing drop shipping. They're just doing it on a completely different platform. So that's some things that I've just kind of been interested in throwing some money at, seeing if it works, seeing if it doesn't work, because all of these platforms are doing the exact same things. It seems like we're all selling the exact same products. It just depends on the actual algorithm itself. Amazon, as you know, you need the buy box, you need to be at the top. But with Facebook, it's kind of like eBay and Craigslist in a sense of if you have a lot of reviews, if your products are solid, like Facebook's still going to recommend you to the billions of users that use it every single month. So it really just depends on, do you have a good team set in place? Are you doing what's right? Are you trying not to break any like policies or anything like that? Because Facebook wants you to make money, and so will do all these other platforms. They more or less don't like the fact that you're drop shipping, but they're going to do their best to help you make money because in terms they make money from you essentially.
Cool. I want to point out one of the things you just said. You talked about growing your team, and that's one of the things I just made a video on. And I've been, growing my team for a while now. It's pretty self-sufficient at this point. But tell us maybe what you remember about the growing pains. If you're still going through some, like, tell the audience what it takes to grow a team and really automate a business, because I feel like that's what everyone's really trying to do.
So I'm running through that right now. I have 3 Facebook accounts and 15 shops open that are mine. Only 6 of them actually have the marketplace enabled with the shop. So I'm just basically running trial and errors on my accounts. I think I have 3 or 4 friends' accounts that I've been playing with. And I basically let them know, like, hey, I'm pretty sure we're going to make a decent amount of money kind of running these, but I don't really know what I'm doing too terribly much. So if your account gets blocked or gets restricted, we will have to reach out. It might take some time to get it back, but this is essentially free money. Let me play in your account. I started doing everything by myself. And once I realized anything over like 1 or 2 accounts, it's just not possible the way that Facebook kind of operates in terms of you're winning by pure volume of products that you're listing. It's not really about having the best quality photo or the best description or the best title. Like, hey, if you can get up 100 products, you're probably going to be better off than if you're getting up 10 great quality products. So after I realized that, I started researching different softwares that I could use to kind of automate the process a little bit faster, which it did help, but in the long run, not sustainable because then I would just be sitting behind a desk all day uploading products. I actually saw one of your videos when it came to, I think you made it a long time ago on onlinejobs.ph about finding people in the Philippines. And that's actually how I found my first VA that I brought on, kind of taught them the process. We had some growing pains just because it was my first time bringing on a VA doing it on Facebook. I think like in the first week, we got the marketplace restricted for a month because they were selling like health and wellness products or something. So I had some growing pains, but now that we're kind of back on the marketplace, my VA knows what they're doing. It seems to be a much more automated, much better system to basically just train them, say, hey, I just need you to do this. Make sure you're logging in, you're clocking in. I can see what you're kind of doing. And it makes it a lot easier. One of the things I did is I'm actually working with my VAs on a profit split instead of paying them per hour. It seems like for some reason they're much more motivated to post, even if they're getting no sales, because they know there is a lot more upside than just paying them on a per hour basis. But growing your team, it takes a lot of time, and it's probably the most important part of the entire business, in my opinion. Because if all your VAs or all your employees just don't know what they're doing, you're going to have a lot of clients that'll be mad at you. Your account will get restricted. You're not making any money, and then you still have to pay them. To where I think if you spend more time on the front end, making sure your VAs are trained, they know what you're doing, it really automates the process, and it just makes it so much easier, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's actually a great system you have. Mine isn't only commission based. We do salary and commission, but I think it's a great point that you talked about that. One, because obviously the employees are way more motivated if they're making commission. But then also I want to go back to, you were talking about the automated process and what it takes to like start the team or whatever, right? And so for us, when we started doing that, going from 1 to 5 was very, very complicated, right? Going from 1 to 5 employees was very, very complicated. But as you continue to grow and as you continue to add on employees, like it gets easier. Things start to automate itself, and you kind of just see things flourish under you that you're not, it's just amazing to watch things grow. But at the beginning, it's definitely always the hardest, and I think that's why most people give up at the beginning, because it's so hard.
And it seems like that's for every business. Like I only listen to like motivational speakers and things. And they always say like that first $1,000 is the hardest, or the first 10,000, or the first 100,000. And then after that, it's just duplication. Once you actually have the structure in place, I think we understand that making money isn't necessarily too hard. It's how do you scale it? In my opinion, if you can make $1 on eBay, if eBay allows it, you could probably make $1 million on eBay, just because it's doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's just understanding the actual process and what's going to get you to that point. Like, we all know people that are in real estate that have rentals. Like, if you know somebody with one rental, if they had 100 more rentals, they would make 100 times the money. Like, after you figure out that first way to actually get paid that doesn't require you to go to a job and clock in and everything like that, you're really set up for greatness in terms of just enjoying your life and doing whatever you want all day, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And then the last thing I want to leave the audience with was, so one of the things I think that's really beneficial about us growing our teams right now is I don't think Facebook is going to be as profitable long term for people that are doing it individually, right? It's not going to make sense for people to really do it on their own, because a couple $1,000, someone is great, but passively it makes sense. And doing it rather than going to work a job that could realistically pay more, it's just not going to be worth their time. So us people that are automating it are going to be way better off long term. And so I think really that's where we're headed in this space. And I think right now the best investment is working on your systems and your team.
100%, because I think it's more about understanding the process of how to automate the process. Because, I mean, worst case scenario, Facebook kind of comes out and it becomes much less profitable. There's always other platforms that you can switch over. Because I know you used to be on eBay, you used to be on Etsy. It's essentially the same process on every platform after you learn their specific terms and what they're looking for. I mean, I'm sure if Facebook said, hey, tomorrow, like, no more drop shipping, we're deleting all these accounts, I'm pretty sure if you wanted to, you could very easily go back to Etsy and have your people start listing on Etsy and selling on Etsy. Sure, it might not be what you want to do. It might not be as automated, but after you understand the platform, there are probably hundreds of different websites that we don't even know about that you could log into in the UK and Australia and do exactly the same thing that we're doing now. So once we build out that foundation, I think it makes it really easy to scale, not only vertically, but also horizontally, which I'm kind of interested in too, to be honest with you.
Cool. Yeah. And do you want to leave the audience with any last tips or anything before we hop off this call?
Tips, I would say, don't let these people on YouTube lie to you, okay? You're not become a millionaire overnight. If you do, you got lucky. I'm sure of it. But it's really just sticking to the process. I mean, making sure that you have a schedule on and you know exactly what you want to do. Now, if you're somebody that just wants to make a couple extra hundred or a couple $1,000s, there are definitely ways to do that. I know, Jared, you have a great automation service for both Amazon and Facebook, which I think people are not understanding the value that brings. It's completely automated. It's 100% hands off, and you're basically just making money by essentially letting you play on their Amazon account or letting you deal with their Facebook. Like, that in itself is amazing in my opinion. But if you're somebody who wants to just learn the process, make a little bit of money, maybe you don't want to hire an agency, it's very doable. You just have to understand what kind of results you're going to look to make. And Jared, like I said, I've been watching you grow, not only on YouTube, but also some of the results you've been posting on Instagram. And you're always getting your clients like amazing results. So I would say follow people in the niche that are doing things that you aspire to do. Like, the reason why I watch your stories, I watch Andrew's, he runs another automation company, is because I know it's possible because I see you posting amazing results. Now, if I posted my results, not nearly as amazing, but I'm still getting results of working my way up to bigger numbers, which I always love to see. And then also your transparency. I mean, you tell people, hey, like, this is after the split, before the split, this is what you're looking to make. This is what happens if an account gets restricted. You don't hide things from people because there's no need to, because if you get in and get their account restricted, they can see that it's restricted. So it makes it really nice to, see that you're being transparent. You're kind of explaining your journey, because I think there's more than enough money in this space for a lot more people to jump in it, and then just kind of diversify through the other industries that we've kind of built our foundation on, to be honest with you.
Cool, man. That was a great final tip, by the way. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and subscribe to Trey's channel as well. We'll leave it in the description. Thanks, guys.
I appreciate it.
And just like that, another one in the books. Really hope that you learned a lot from this conversation that I had with Jared, because, well, he knows a lot more than I do, and it seems like he's really helping a lot of people make passive income in the e-commerce space. So if this is something that you'd like to see more of, definitely comment down below, because I'll continue to do interviews with people that will hopefully give you good advice on how to make money online and how to build that passive income empire that you want. But if you are someone that's new to the channel, my name is Trey. I basically make videos on how you can make money online, diversify your income, and financial news that I think is pretty important for you to know. So if that's something that interests you, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified every time I post a video. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.